I've been depressed. I've not been clinically diagnosed, but I've had a couple of very traumatic experiences in my life where I've kind of slipped into seasons of depression and anxiety. And over the past month, pretty much all of February, I was pretty depressed. And I don't really know how it started, but I started working for myself 4 months ago today, actually. And that's been giving me a lot of freedoms, but it also gives me the freedom to do nothing if I don't have to. In this video, I just wanted to serve to kind of destigmatize a little bit of mental health, especially for young men and around money. And I have just a couple thoughts that I wrote down that I think could help whether you're healthy or whether you're in a tough mental space. I'm not a psychiatrist or a counselor, so take what I say with a grain of salt, but it's what's helped me over this past week as I've been kind of climbing out of this season a little bit. The first two suggestions are just pretty simply to every day just try to either go outside or exercise for like 10 to 15 minutes, whether that's just going on a walk or actually going to the gym. So even just walking outside in sunlight is just, there's something pretty powerful about it. So if you can get outside and get some sun or just take a walk or exercise, just getting your body moving, I've noticed it's been a world of a difference for me over this past week. The second thing is that, especially for me, and I don't know if this is the same for you, but when I'm depressed, because we have so many distractions now all around us and our phones or our computers or our TVs, there's just so much stuff that we're able to consume, and that kind of serves, at least for me, to just numb my feelings, and I don't really have to think at all when that happens. And sometimes it's nice to be able to just veg out, but when it's for literally 4 weeks, that's not helpful. So if you can just take like maybe 10 or 15 minutes of that time and just write or read. Reading and writing is something that will stimulate your mind, and normally when I do something like that, it at least kickstarts my mind to get into either a more productive zone or out of that funk that it's in, even for just a small period of time. One other thing that I found that's helpful, especially if you're thinking about this in terms of money or business like I am, is do one small thing that is on your to-do list, or do something to a smaller scale. For instance, this video is probably not going to be my best video ever, but even just sitting down and recording this video, just getting it out there, is going to serve as kind of a motivating factor, because you got to get the ball rolling. You need that inertia to continue on to the next thing and the next thing. And the hardest part is just getting started with almost anything. And that's why I'm creating this video, and hopefully it can help you to get started on something else yourself. I'm an extroverted introvert, so I really love my alone time, but I also love people. But I am an external processor, so having someone that loves you and isn't super selfish, so they're willing to listen to you, sometimes to help give solutions, sometimes to provide feedback, sometimes to just listen, has been super helpful. And so for me, that's people like my wife, and one of my best friends, Sam, and just being able to speak with them and have them speak into my life has been something really helpful over these past couple days. Then just finance things, because I'm a money channel, is make sure that your account balance stays in the positive so that you can pay all of your bills, and make sure that you at least know when your credit cards are due and you at least make your minimum payments. Even if you are gonna struggle this month with paying the full payment just because you can't really wrap your mind around that, at least make the minimums, because then you won't have a late payment fee, which is really going to destroy your credit later down the road, because that's one of the most important things. And I also have a couple thoughts for you if you are not struggling with mental health right now, but you know that that might be something that you're predisposed to, or something that might happen down the road, or you just want to help some other people. I had to change the battery, so hopefully the angle didn't change too much. But if you are healthy right now, first off, create systems in your life that make things easier if you know that you're more predisposed towards having seasons in your life where you feel like you can't get a lot done. And so, for instance, for me now, since I work for myself, I'm not able to do YouTube full time yet, but I do reselling, at least to make full-time income. And that doesn't take a lot of my month. It only takes about 6 to 8 days per month, depending on how much eBay shipping I have to do. But I've created a system, so even though I was really struggling with everything else this month, just because I knew, okay, every other Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to go out shopping. Every other Wednesday, I'm going to create a shipment to send into Amazon. It was really easy for me to not really worry about that and know that I would get it done, so I can at least make the money that I need to make. So just create those systems in your life that'll make sure that you're not going to get pushed too far down when you do have these seasons. Kind of along those lines, just in terms of financial systems, is autopay is going to be your friend. Now, I know I made a video a while back earlier on my channel about how autopay is keeping you broke. And basically the premise of that was that if you're relying on autopay and not thinking about your money or knowing what's coming in or out, obviously being able to know what you have and where it's going is important. But if you already are aware of that and you can set up auto payments for all of your bills so that you know that you can keep the lights on, keep your rent paid, and all of those things, even if you do pass into one of these seasons where even I, who check my finances way too much, didn't really look at money stuff. Set up your auto payments now. If you've been putting that off, let this be the reminder to just go do that. Thirdly is just be observant and out listening to see if any of your friends might be struggling right now, or if you know that there's someone who might have had these type of seasons in the past and you haven't heard from them in a while and you normally hear from them, just reach out. People reaching out has been really helpful for me, and I'm sure it will be helpful for whoever you're thinking of. Now, normally at the end of these, I would just point you to another video, but I don't really feel like doing that, and I just need to get this video out. So I'm just trying to help destigmatize mental health and personal finance and guys in general, young men. I don't know. Yeah, that's it.